domestic violence, living separately, being abandoned by one's spouse. These are pretty common cases that we hear about a lot in our day to day lives. But the divorce rate in India is still pretty low. There are various reasons for that, but one of the most prominent reasons is what will happen to my child if I get a divorce. But the changing attitude of society towards divorce and the normalization of divorce in media and popular culture has helped many parents transition into being single parents. For individuals who have had enough and are contemplating getting a divorce, knowing the child custody laws and how the court decides the custody of the child becomes very important. Welcome back to the YouTube channel of Get Me a Divorce. Today I'll be telling you what the court takes into consideration while deciding the custody of the child. Contrary to what we see in the movies, the courts do not base their entire decision on the wants of the child alone. Only children who are above the age of 9 are asked for their preference. The court will keep the welfare of the child over and above the right of the parents. That means that the court will evaluate where the child would be safer, better looked after, and where the child will get better access to healthcare and education in addition to their emotional and mental needs being fulfilled. There are two popular myths about child custody. The first one is that the mother always gets the custody of the child. And the second myth is that if a mother is a homemaker with no source of income, then she will not get the custody of the child. Both of these are not true. As stated earlier, the welfare of the child is paramount for the courts, and the gender of the parent does not factor in anywhere. Whether one parent earns more than the other parent does not influence the decision making process. Only their ability to provide a safe and healthy environment for the child is considered. Even if the mother is a homemaker, the court can still grant her the custody of the children and ask the father to pay alimony and child support. But this works both ways, and there have been instances where the children were placed in the care of their father and the mother was asked to contribute towards child support. And in cases where both parents are earning, then both the parents are directed by the court to pay for child support. There are basically three ways in which the courts deal with child custody cases: sole custody, joint custody, and third party custody. Talking about sole custody, in cases where one of the parents is deemed unfit by the court, for example, they're abusive or have mental issues or substance abuse issues, in those cases, the other parent is given the full sole custody of the child. Depending on the particulars of the case, child support may or may not be granted. Next, we come to joint custody. Joint custody is a relatively new concept in India. In this arrangement, both parents have the custody of the child, but one parent has the physical custody of the child while the other parent is allowed to be a part of the child's life. The other parent has the right to be a part of the child's life by visitation and through legally mandated time allocation. The third is third party custody. In very rare instances where both the parents are deemed unfit, the custody of the child is granted to a legal guardian who may or may not be a family member. Child custody is an emotionally difficult issue and results in the custody battles being long and sometimes even nasty. Talking to our lawyers can help you answer all your questions and devise a plan that would ensure that you get a favorable outcome. If you or a loved one has questions that need to be answered or need help, then reach out to us. We are here to help you out. You can visit our website www.getmeadivorce.com. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook @GetMeADivorce. We understand that divorce is a difficult decision to make, but we are here to help you and provide you the right legal knowledge so that you can make the informed decisions for a better life. Visit www.getmeadivorce.com today and book your consultation with an expert lawyer.